Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 232 of the Splashcast, Monday Night Raw, the live edition. We are here with the mic check, also with our regular episode. I am your co-host, Reggie.
I'm your co-host, Norwood, and shout out to Kevin in the back. What's up, people? Happy post-Memorial Day hangover, reestablishment of life, and all of that. What's good?
Wasn't that bad. I'm working from home, so wasn't that bad for me.
Right. I also did see people getting crazy. I was honestly kind of disappointed, and maybe I've come full circle here, but I didn't see a whole lot of plates. They said they didn't stop smoking ribs; they only smoke hookah now, and I was like, "Ugh, is that our generation?"
I did see a few people say, "Hey, they got ribs at Outback." Like they was like, you know what, we can go to the restaurant and just get something to eat. Versus, it also rained here in Atlanta, so it was like raining all weekend. It rained today.
I didn't think about that. It was a lot of rain everywhere, and I think it was like Houston. I mean, it was somewhere between perfect weather and flooding, and that's tough to kind of plan out too. You're right.
Yes, we had a lot of flash floods randomly. Well, not randomly, but and we got FIFA in like 3 weeks, so wonder how that will work.
We all got FIFA. All our cities are trying to fix all the roads that they ain't tried to fix forever because people from out of town is in town. Funny how that works out.
Yeah, you having company. Had company over. We got to throw everything in the closet
or under the bed.
Basically what they're doing. That's basically what they're doing. So, but y'all know what it is, man. We're going to get started. Hey, we're going to get started with these Braves. This is the mic check. We got some Braves talk first. We lost a 3-game set to the Expos. That was surprising. Not going to lie to you. And we got Acuna back.
They got 2 out of the 3. Fair enough. I think it's the second series we lost of the season. We are still 36-18 with a .667 winning percentage and we're the best team in baseball. Unfortunately, we lost to the Expos, but we're going to be all right. Also, RIP to former Brave slugger, first draft pick, I think, ever. Bob Horner passed away earlier today at the age of 68. I guess that would be what the old black people say is 3. Ted, Bobby, and Bobby.
Yeah, 100%. He formed a dynamic duo, and those 2 guys were absolutely out of their minds. He hit 4. He was the first Brave to hit 4 home runs in one season. In one game. So jeez. Ironically, I think it was either the Toronto Blue Jays, I think is who he hit 4 home runs against. So definitely comes in threes, man. Hopefully his spirit lives on and carries the Braves to some more wins. We can't lose to the Expos no more, as we are now beating the Red Sox. Sorry for the Red Sox. Listen, then we can move on. I had a little drinks. I can talk a little bit tonight. I feel sorry for the teams that have to play against the Braves when they lose. We absolutely destroy people. I think we were down 2-0.
Now we're up.
It was 7-2. They got it to 7-4. So correct. We beaten the Red Sox and we won yesterday. So it's unfortunate for the Red Sox. You beat the Braves, that next team, that you send them a fruit basket.
I don't think of nobody. I'm not saying unfortunate nobody. Get it out the mud, struggle however it is. That young Dolph said 100 shots, 7-4. Let's go, Bravos. Feels good to continuously do what we need to do. The team is playing well. We've gone through some injuries and whatnot, but we've still continued to play at a high level. I really appreciate that from my favorite children.
Favorite children. Yes, sir. So what else you got? Oh, no, that's me. Let's go to the Black Tennis Dinner, the first ever. My bad.
I'm black, y'all. I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all.
Yes, and Naomi Osaka and friends all started and have started or held the first. I know this is not the correct thing to say, first annual, but they do want to make this a yearly thing of hosting Black tennis players and kind of starting their own Black tennis network, where they all just come together and have dinner and share stories and everything. How'd you feel about this?
I feel like the people who don't like this, number one, are haters. I hate that Naomi Osaka had to defend her decision to do this. We all know,
Yeah,
yeah. In
like
all of this, we go
she
places
got
and
hat on.
we get heckled and treated all types of different ways. And this is one of the things that I think that the majority of these people have in common. Shout out to Taylor Townsend, Naomi Osaka, Coco Golf. I can't think of old boy right here. He went to Westlake too
We
on the
just
far
call him
right.
Westlake. We just call him Westlake. We just call him
Um,
Westlake.
but overall, I appreciate number one that we have a space where they can get together. Number two, that they have a group of people that they can kind of go through this journey because these are the Black All Stars here, for lack of a better term. But this is our group of people, and you have typically a Black coaches union, all the rest of those things in basketball and football. This is what we got in in tennis. And y'all stick together. Hopefully, grow this. Hopefully, there'll be more and more people added to every year. And they called it the Black Party, and I liked it because it's black.
Yeah, I do like Naomi Osaka. I know they try to paint her as like they only talk about her Asian descent for her background, but she is unapologetically Haitian and unapologetically Asian as well, man. She is 100% connected to who she is, and being able to pull this together is very, very impressive to me. So um I just hope one day that I can go to whatever event this is. I hope it grows into like a huge gala and does everything like that. And I can just attend one of those events, man. That is going to be a wonderful thing. Shout out to her for having the foresight to even start this.
And if you're mad that you didn't get invited, all you got to do is just be black. As soon as you become black, you'll get the call.
Hey, in the 90s, y'all used to buy this hat I had on, and then you
Right.
went to college and threw it away. Not us though. Can't throw skin away. Uh
That
with
is,
that
in
being
fact, the truth. Because skin is the largest organ of the body. Bet you didn't know that. Teachable moment.
With that being said, we are going to take 30 seconds and then we're going to come right back for our football segment. Well, first off, thank you for tuning into the Mic Check and the Braves. That's really all we got, 8 minutes. So this will probably just be part of the entire episode. So what we're going to do is take 30 seconds and then we'll be right back for our football segment. And then we'll have a drink break followed by the basketball segment update. OKC is up 39-32, 9:47 left in the second quarter.
In this moment, while you guys are watching, if you could do one thing, go to the Splashcast on Instagram and participate in the poll. We want to know what you think. We will return shortly, and then we will start drinking. I will start drinking during basketball.
Reggie is already here, brother. Already.
To be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. To be late is to be unacceptable. You know it. All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 232 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. We are back. I am your co-host, Reggie. That is my man, Norwood. How you feeling, brother?
I am feeling blessed and highly favored. My name is Norwood. We are your HBCU homies. We are ready to talk football. We are watching basketball. Reggie doing a little drinking, and the Braves is winning. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Let's get into it. So let's start out with football today. Y'all know what it is. Light football. First off, we're gonna start with something historical in HBCU news. Talladega College.
So for a little context, this is not a football team in the same sense that you would probably expect if you looked at the Norfolk State Spartans or the Hampton Pirates, the Florida Gators, or the Georgia Bulldogs. This is actually a football club, which will have games there. But just like anything, these are baby steps to bringing back a program. This also allows you to do it and do it responsibly, financially, so that we could have a program that is safe and sustainable. So it's excellent first step.
That is a great first step for them to get their football team back. This is definitely the start of it. They have not had a football program since the 40s. I hope that they can get one. they would be automatically would be uh what do you call it? Rivals. They automatically would be
Right.
rivals with the other HBCUs down there. Um, I could see them playing Tuskegee eventually, and that being a huge game, and then that would allow
Absolutely.
people to grow. So, hey, man, give,
Yeah.
turn the club into a team.
And that is the reason that this is the thing. This is a club that is going to need money. If you want it to be a team, then you're going to have to invest in it. And that is why it is important to invest. And of course, you have famous alumni William R. Harvey, former president of the greatest learning institution in all the world. Set that money out, Bill.
Yes, sir. Send the money.
Uh,
Send
next
that
up,
money.
next up, program that we have talked about. Uh, Coach Jermaine Jackson has led the Prairie View A&M football team to its highest GPA in program history. This is on the heels of a SWAC championship, if I remember correctly, and a
Yes, black championship and
celebration
runner
bowl
up.
appearance. Correct.
Mhm.
This I will say, as the person who was highly skeptical coming into this season, he has come in, he has been loud, he has been braggadocious, and he has done what he said he was going to do. They won the SWAC, they got good grades, he's still recruiting his ass off. Congratulations, great job. And you go to school for an
Yeah,
education.
man. Yeah, man. I got nothing. It's one thing to call it arrogance the way that he came in, but once you deliver on every promise, like you, Mom Donnie, then you now are confident.
Right,
You are no longer arrogant. You are confident and you are a believer in your ways. And now you have proof of concept on 2 levels.
right.
So shout out to Prairie View. This is historic for them, highest GPA ever. The school is on the ups. They have a proven formula, and Tremaine is doing one of the
And,
best
and they are
jobs.
happy. And they are
Yeah,
happy. The alum are happy. And yeah, if you got a chance, once again, click the like on this type of things. If you can watch the games, you can go eat and drink the liquor, do all the rest of the things, support the programs. And as a guy who uses his social media, your clicks matter. That puts him higher on the algorithm. That makes everything better. And for a guy who said I'm gonna do it and done it, I gotta give him all the respect in the world.
you know
Speaking of doing it, and then you're gonna do it again.
bruh. I can't believe this, y'all. So Coach Ogeron
Ed
is returning to
Ogeron.
LSU. Coach O is returning to LSU in some form of capacity to be on Lane Kiffin's staff. Now, if you remember the exits of both of those head coaches of their last schools, Ed O being LSU, Lane being Mississippi, they both got some things in common. And now they
Okay,
are the
like him.
dynamic duo. Oh, do they? They are the dynamic duo back in action. From a football standpoint, this is great for recruiting. They are a recruiting juggernaut right now.
For me, I actually think this is great all around. Now, I think it's funny because the last time we heard from Coach O dealing with LSU was they said that they were going to pay him an ungodly amount of money, but he had to leave.
17 million. Yeah.
And his response was, at that price, what door do you
Show
want me to
me
leave?
the door.
Whatever door you want me to leave out of is where I will is how I will exit. I think that even with all of that, number one, there's nobody who's had a better I was tripping exit than Coach O. Because he was wilding
Yeah.
per his own players. This is not
And himself.
rival hate. This ain't us making it up. Nah,
Per the
dog.
front office, per the
yes,
AD's office, bro.
yes,
He was walking around there, boy.
correct. Walking around here is the exact right way to put it. But with that being said, I think that this is great for Lane because Coach O, let's be real here.
O-line
We all love it. Like he loves him. He is LSU to the day he dies. Louisiana, everything. Him being back in an advisory role as a face. And you're right, as a probably recruiting Hey, Coach O come to
It's gonna be
sit.
crazy. Yeah.
And honestly, do you want to sit down and talk to Lane Kiffin, or do you want to sit down and talk to Coach O? I want to talk to Coach O. I want to have a couple beers, we want to laugh and kick it. Lane, is he funny? Sure, but he probably gonna get on your nerves. But he gonna call them plays that you like if you play offense. So it is what it is. I think this is a slam dunk. I also think that this is. I hate to be this guy too. This is privilege of the complexion.
Oh,
You was tripping.
I mean, yeah,
if you was
yeah,
tripping,
yeah, yeah.
oh, there's plenty of guys we like that was tripping in black. It just
Well, I mean. So hear me out though. It's also a product of being LSU. Like, I ain't gonna call out no black man that got away. With. There's a few down there at LSU that got away with a few things.
we never saw it. Never happened.
Too. Never light a day. As long as you keep winning and donating back when you go to the league,
right?
To the next place, you good to go.
Yeah. You're right.
And here come the Spurs.
With that being said, we're gonna move right.
Here we go.
On.
This is my favorite story right here, man. Yo, Brendan Sorsby is a transfer quarterback from, I want to say, TCU. He transferred to Texas Tech because Texas Tech has the money. As we talked profile before, they have a billionaire who literally started a billionaire NIL fund. If you think about the schools that are in financial peril right now, Texas Tech is not one of them because of the way that they did their thing. Anyway, he took a bunch of money, but then it was exposed that he also had a serial gambling habit, where he was gambling on football. He was gambling on literally everything. Went into investigation. Backstory is after appealing decisions and trying to get reinstated, NCAA and the courts have sided with the NCAA and denied him being able to reinstate after being suspended indefinitely for gambling. This is crazy.
It's over for you, brother. Let me tell you, it is over on every level. I know, and I want to be very careful in the way that I say things because I do think that gambling is an addiction. I do think it is an addiction. I don't know enough about you to be sure if you were gambling and it was an addiction, or you were in the fail clutch, and this is one of the ways that you tried to protect yourself. Either way, I don't think that.
I think he had 3,600 bets.
Yeah, I think that. That's that. Not really. Not if you're doing it. It's a lot like doing it daily, and then 3,600 bets. It's like 3 a day. It's a lot of people doing 3 a day. I'm also not a fan of sports gambling, so don't. You're right. Yes, correct. You're right.
That's a lot. That's a lot of bet.
I mean,
he's basically betting his NIL money. That's what he was doing.
What's it? A different conversation for a different day. But what's the difference between that putting in the stock market? But I guess you're not participating. But either way, you're still gambling. But the thing for me is, I don't think that any NFL program is going to take a risk on a guy who was betting. And yeah, I don't think that anybody wants the potential of that.
We've got movies. We know how this is gonna play out. Do you not remember the movie The Longest Yard? All he about to do is go to the UFL. He about to go to the UFL, and he gonna be amazing. In the
motivational speaker. You need to call Tim. You need to call Tim Tebow and see what he can do.
I had it all.
Right.
I had it all.
Johnny Manziel. I just saw him fighting in the in the octagon, and he beat somebody. So
hey, T's and P's to Ray J.
Oh, he got. Hey, don't leave my cousin alone, man. I had to hit that man upside his head. He be doing too much stuff.
He got lumped up, bro. He's in the hospital still, but he got lumped up though.
He's not a fighter. You're an R&B singer. Get your ass out the ring. Do you see me getting out there doing hand-to-hand combat? No. If I fought and somebody put that hematoma on my head, I'd be in the hospital too. I'm not leaving here till y'all cool this thing down on my head.
And it was bad. Super looked like he was like he really trained. Like when he realized Ray J wasn't about to hit him for real, he started doing the Muhammad Ali, looking down, doing that, and just I was like, oh, one punch, you out, 20 seconds.
Once, I mean, Super is not Ray J. He don't have one wish. He don't have a sister that's Cinderella and one of the greatest singers of all time. Super, like, I gotta get this out the mud. This might be my last.
I'm fighting for some money.
This might be my last knockout punch while you playing. So hell no, I'm not finna let Ray J singing in the rain ass hit me. No. Congratulations to all parties. Congratulations to all parties involved. I'm sorry that happened to you if it hurt. We're gonna move right on to another very interesting situation. James Pierce Jr. Matter of fact, you take this.
I don't know. You threw that right to me though. This grenade. James Pierce Jr.'s case is headed towards dismissal, an expedited dismissal. So real quick backstory. You know, him and his ex-girlfriend Rakia Jackson had the whole run-in this past summer. At the beginning of the summer. I really was the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Like, police were involved. He was subdued. They went to court. She filed court orders. She ended restraining order, all those things. Everything seems to have been dropped. All charges with him and the police, with him in Florida, with him and her have been dropped. The only thing he has to do is complete a 12-month program, anger management program, I believe. And then he has to stay away from Rakia. She has a restraining order on him for the whole time he's in this program. It had to be agreed upon by her. So basically, if you remember what we talked about, she basically did him a solid. The state of Florida is going to expedite this. Instead of a 12-month, they are requesting it be a 6-month program.
He's gonna have to do the whole 12, if I remember correctly.
Well, right now he does, but this is what they're requesting it to be expedited to 6 months. But even if he expedites it to 6 months, 6 months gets you to December, around there, November, December. So if 6 months gets you to December, that also gets you your first 6 to 10 games. So at that point, he would be able to come back as soon as this whole old thing is done, which is crazy.
Okay. Congratulations that you did not throw your life away. Black man to black man. I did not want to see that for you. I don't want to see you do that. With that being said, I don't mind him being in the program. I think he should be able to be in the program and still play. I do think they need to sit him down for 6 to 8 games. I need him to understand how important this is. This needs to be the seminal that you don't get not another chance. There are no more chances. And to be very honest,
you got 3 chances in one.
You don't deserve a chance. You don't deserve a chance. This is grace and mercy. It's been afforded to me and it's been afforded to you. You didn't earn this. You don't deserve this. You need to this needs to be it for you. Now, I also saw the lifetime restraining order from Rakia Jackson was removed or was not pursued.
Yeah, and kept it to 12 months. I wouldn't have done that. Now, Rakia, I don't know what type of love y'all got, but you can't. I would have a restraint. He was running through people with guns.
He hit a police officer with a car. Are you crazy?
I was trying not to say it, but at that point, and he found you. Remember, this was also stalking,
right?
Like, he found you, so now he's gonna get off essentially, and is gonna get paid millions of dollars. I would have a federal restraining order on him.
And the other part is, I'm also saying this because I think that's better. I think that's better for him. I don't think that if y'all in this, y'all don't need to be in the same place. I think that if it was my sister, no, we gonna run that thing on forever, in eternity, in perpetuity, forever and ever. And that's just how I feel. Like, I think that he deserves a second chance. I think that we all can be forgiven. But if it was my sister, nah, it's up and it's stuck. And I also want to keep him away because if I remember correctly, she has brothers. I don't want to put those
Yeah.
brothers in a position where I have to do something to protect my sister, specifically for a person who's already come after her. We can
Yeah.
all move on from this, but we need to move on in different directions.
Opposite
Respectfully.
directions.
Far
And
the
prayers up
most
to her too. She just
opposite.
tore her ACL. So
Right.
prayers up to her too.
Yeah, I mean,
Um, but while we
do
got
not
this,
pass go. Do not collect $200. Don't get, and I know it. You don't get in your feelings later and say, "Look, can we work it out?" Not no. Hell no. Y'all both have wonderful, fantastic careers ahead of you. Sometimes you just better apart. I hate to say it.
100%, 100%. Um, while we're here, injury updates, real quick hit. Michael Penix, Billy Bowman, Troy Anderson, and Braylon Trice are going through walkthroughs. Penix is actually going through 7-on-7. They are not scrimmaging though. They're basically doing position drills. Billy Bowman, Troy Anderson, and Braylon Trice are working on the side during 7-on-7 and scrimmages. It's going to be interesting. Braylon Trice, to me, is the more exciting one out of that because he was, in the limited time that we saw him, he flashed more than anybody else that I saw. He was kind of crazy. So you got Braylon Trice. Of course, Penix is fighting with your boy Tua Man, and then Billy Bowman.
No, he is
While
not.
I
He
hope,
is not fighting with nobody. Arthur Blank said the Michael Penix is the quarterback. Until the man in charge says otherwise, or I see something different, that's what I'm going with. I'm not creating nothing where nothing exists.
that was pre Matt Ryan, brother. I think Penix and him are gonna. They are in a battle, as Stefanski has said recently that they're both getting reps at QB1. So then there's Billy Bowman. He's coming back from the torn Achilles, but we do have Avion Terrell who can step in as the nickel and let Mike Hughes play outside until Billy Bowman is ready to go. Billy Bowman is probably a better tackler than Avion Terrell at this moment, but Avion Terrell, I believe, is a better cover corner. So, and he could possibly move outside. Troy Anderson, not gonna lie to y'all, I'm interested to see what happens with Troy Anderson because he was so good when he was healthy, but he had a shoulder injury and concussions that had kept him out basically for 18 months, almost 2 full seasons. But he runs a 4.40. If he can be healthy, he's crazy. And then Braylon Trice, of course, hasn't really played in the regular season.
You see, they got some more 4.40s over there too, though.
Oh yeah,
just in case.
oh yeah. We're not betting nothing on you, brother. Now we hope you we hope you come back. We hope you are impactful. But if not, we got 6 of them back here, big dog. And we got a 6'5", 242-pound rookie converted safety.
You dig?
Everything. So I do like that we have all of their replacements here, and James Pierce Jr. could come right back. So that is always interesting. But that's
I
really
think that everything says that James Pierce Jr. will play for this, highly likely for the second half of the season. Everything says that heaven and earth has moved for him.
Mountains too.
Right.
Speaking of
heaven and earth and mountains fucking moving. Yes.
Joe Schoen is coming back as president of the New York Giants, which is wild crazy because he is the one that traded the Super Bowl to the Eagles.
Yes, and that's the reason they catch you with stupid faces like this. There is nobody that I know in recent memory to do the dumb shit that you did on tape after being advised by your very own offspring not to do it, and you did it. On tape. On tape. You did it on tape. They saw you say, "Oh, I really hate for Saquon to go to Philadelphia." And Shout out to
Then the
Cavs.
owner walked in. And was like, I feel like we just traded them a Super Bowl.
And did.
And then they won the Super Bowl. and he won the rushing title. Y'all remember that?
And your kid told you not to do it. Why is your kid better at your job than you? That's when they typically fire people. But this organization is doing a very fantastic job of putting together some terrible.
There's so many puzzle pieces here. Like, John Harbaugh does not report to him. He reports straight to the owner.
This looks like dysfunction.
And he's the president. He's not a GM. Who's the GM? Didn't they just trade Dexter Lawrence? Man, it's interesting.
We began to rock.
It's interesting in New York. Ain't gonna lie to you. Hey man, y'all know we believe in juju. The juju obviously has been taken all from the Giants and the Mets and been given to the Knicks. So Giants fans, New Yorkers, you just gonna have to live with struggle. And I think every New Yorker I know is okay with that as long as the Knicks win.
This is what you're paying in penance right now for this opportunity to go to the finals to lose, is that your football team is doing everything wrong at the same time.
I mean, everything wrong. Yo, Caruso can't miss. This is crazy. But yeah, that's and also Matt Stafford gets 2 years, 110 million or something like that. I think it's $55 million a year. Really 1 year. It's really a 1 year contract with an option. I said Matt Stafford for the Rams, which makes sense because they have two quarterbacks backing him up that we don't believe in either one.
Correct.
So go for it. This is like honestly a Cleveland Cavaliers move to me, except for they just under the cap.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the Steelers to me, except for a better option. You got a guy who could still probably get you to the Super Bowl. And maybe win it.
Oh, you mean quarterback wise?
Yeah,
Everything else is
correct.
Wimby check.
Right.
There is no comparison.
Correct. The only thing here is you kicking the can. I also understand kicking the can looking at a quarterback draft that's probably a little bit better. All right, well, he's got a bad back. He probably won't be ready until right before. But when the lights are on, Matt Stafford is going to show up and do a good job. And also,
he hasn't not done a good job.
Kelly Stafford, please stop being upset because people call your husband Matt. We're never going to call him Matthew Stafford. And
man, no guy calls their guy friends the entire name unless it's requested. Now, you may call him Matthew Kelly. We know that. Chris has been in relationships where they say Christopher. Y'all like to do that. Women like to do that. They like to call you by your whole name. My wife calls me Reginald. Yeah. Like they like to do shit like that. But come on, man. Don't expect us to stay out.
I'm gonna tell all my friends, male friends specifically, do never, ever call me Christopher. I'm gonna take that as a sign of disrespect.
Yeah.
Also, we ain't got this up here, but this just happened. Derwin James just got an extension, 3 years, $75.6 million, makes him the highest paid safety in NFL history. Shout out to
the second time.
Spend that money.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Definitely worth it. I was Derwin James when he had that brief contract situation the first time. I think he got hurt because they were talking about injuries and their defense went to slop. And then when he came back, they were amazing. So definitely well earned for Derwin James. He's been good since I can remember watching him in high school and college. With that being said, y'all, Norwood is finally gonna get with the party. And we about to turn up, have a little drinks while let's go ahead and do this now. Because you about to drive this segment, brother. We're going to do that. We going to do that.
Hold on.
And then you can add whoever you want, brother. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, hold on before we get there. Please, number one, like, follow, subscribe. Go ahead and tell people about the pod. Pull you up a drink. And any questions, put them in the comments. We would love to hear them. And we about to talk contracts. We finna talk brooms. We finna talk a lot. It's an interesting time in the NBA for the overspenders. Some of them are happy.
I got a different. Well, yeah, we'll talk about it.
And with that being said, we'll be right back. Let me play that music. Music hit me with the pump fake.
Hey,
pump.
we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, just know if you listen to this on Spotify, you know, it's fun when you come to the live shows. Y'all should come to the live shows because it's fun. You get to see all of the behind the scenes stuff that gets edited out, including
only one place in the world. I can't wait till we need to do a live show in Atlanta for real.
We do. Houston too. Also, Braves win update. Braves win 7-6. Braves win over the Boston Red Sox
on our back. Yes, we are back. We're here to talk hoops. We are here to do a little drinking. This is brought to you by Tito's and Limeade. As your uncle's favorite sip. Ain't no time to trip. Let's get into it. Starting out with the Atlanta Dream. Best team in the WNBA. You're right. Atlanta has the best team in the WNBA and the best team in baseball. We might have the second best team in the Eastern Conference, depending on who you ask. That's a different conversation for a different day. And the football team is holding on for dear life.
Yeah, man, the WNBA, man, the Dream are 4-1, and they are literally one midi and steal away from being 5-0 against the Las Vegas Aces,
the most senior adult team. Thank you for bringing that up. That's a valid point, and it also triggers me because
that was a good game. It doesn't trigger me. We didn't have Ryan Howard that game. Shout out to Angel Reese, man. She is leading the league in rebounds. She is a monster on the board. She's working on everything else, but she is defensively. Between her and Alicia Gray, who has been an aberrant when it comes to blocking shots, nobody saw that coming. They were like, wait, Alicia Gray is known for blocking shots, y'all? And it's like, well, she is this year. So you got them playing well. And Ryan Howard is back now. And now all of a sudden, she's like Miss Mitty to the 10th degree. She gets right to the free throw line because she's stronger than you, and she elevates over you every time. And our role players are doing exactly what role players are supposed to do, man. The Dream are very, very interesting. It's almost as if like they're the Hawks when they got that needed a big down low, and they got her with Angel Reese.
Hey, Angel Reese, 17 and 10 and 4 assists. Alicia Gray, 18. Jordan Canada, 11, 7, 14, and 3 steals. Ryan Howard, 21 points, 8 rebounds, and a steal. That's what I'm talking about. Now the bench. Hey, man, we did okay, but there's just room for improvement. And
we got the rookie from South Carolina. She's up and she's hot and cold, but once she gets used to it.
And the other girl, Medina Okot, she was the one that helped us out in the game that we lost.
Yeah, that's
right. Also, this was a hard-fought game against the Phoenix Mercury. Alyssa Thomas actually thought that they had won the game, thought they was going to win the game. She was waving them off, and you lost. Angel Reese played fantastic defense. She is tough as nails. Slowly becoming one of my favorite athletes. Y'all know I already like the crazy people who play defense, and she is checking off 2 boxes for me right now. Fantastic. She is the heart and soul of this team. She makes them play with a higher intensity. And Ryan Howard's just killer.
Yeah, man, you got literally all the bases covered on this team. So they'll definitely be one to watch. Definitely one to watch because you got Chicago Sky, you got the Connecticut. Is that Connecticut down there? You got the Mystics. You have a chance to, if you could start really strong. You have a chance.
They're terrible, though.
Yeah. Well, they coming to Houston anyway, ain't they?
But Brittany Griner went to Connecticut. You could have been in Atlanta with us.
No, you couldn't.
You fast. I mean, you're right. You're right.
She ain't asked to leave. But shout out to the Dream, man. They have a chance to run away with the Eastern Conference.
and should.
It could be like a 2-team race, which would be interesting.
And shout out to Flau'jae leading the league in stocks. Now, if I was in the Bay, I would be sick because, of course, that's who they drafted and then immediately traded her for the girl who they then cut, which I don't exactly understand. Also, just not my problem. But shout out to Flau'jae. We are a supporter of hers as well. Congrats. And this is the things that get people fired. I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to be him.
Yeah, you can't cut the person that you traded Flau'jae for, and then and I said that at the very beginning of the season when she hit the game-winning shot, and then she had, like, 20 points off the bench. I was like, "Hey," and then she was, like, hyping up the crowd, like, her personality shines through, and you
Wait,
should.
hold up. We just saw Joe Show and do that. Maybe you can. Maybe you can make a ton of terrible decisions and people still keep you around. So I'm not gonna say what you can't
well,
do.
you gotta have the complexion for the protection, though. I don't know, I'm assuming that they probably do, but even with that, Flau'jae, bruh, she has not NIL, but market value. She's in the hoop scene. She's in music. She's bringing, basically elevating the culture. The culture
No, she
in
is the
Seattle.
culture. She is the culture. Culture
They're not
setter.
saying that they don't have it, but I mean, she is a
Takes
beast. You
maker.
traded all of that. You traded all of that for a person that you cut. That
Cut yourself.
ain't the greatest thing you can do. And aren't they a new team?
Yeah. Yes.
Second year, right?
Golden State Valkyries. Correct.
Yeah, that could have been your franchise cornerstone. You could have built the hype around them, around her. Yeah, you're right. That's how you get fired.
And speaking of people getting hired, the Los Angeles Lakers have hired Rohan Ramadas as their new assistant GM. This is extremely interesting because before this, he spent a decade with the Aerospace Corporation and apparently is a rocket scientist. I am a little confused. Did the rocket scientist
What's his role?
Assistant GM.
To Rob Pelinka?
Yes. I mean, I don't hate having smart people, especially smart people who come from different walks of life, because like I tell you all the time, sports is nothing more than assets and liabilities once you remove the emotions. But I just assumed that the rocket scientist was getting paid enough money where I probably don't want to work for the Lakers. But I mean, it's
now entertainment makes a lot of money, brother.
Right,
There's
but
a lot of people in science that go to other fields to go and get that check. I did all the research I could do. Research is cool. Let me tell you, from somebody that know, research cool, right? But when the money get cut, hey.
What I tell y'all all the time, my old Barnes and Noble is a gun shop now. This is where we going as far as the country.
Yeah. Damn.
Also, don't have anything for it because it literally just happened. But Joe Mazzulla is Coach of the Year. I think that he deserves Coach of the Year. I think that number one was the coach for the Pistons. I just lost his name. I think after the way, JB Bickerstaff, the way that he got put out in the playoffs. I know that you're not supposed to do that. I know that that's not supposed to matter. I think that 1,000% mattered. And then on top,
why would that matter for him and not Joe Mazzulla?
Oh, I think that Joe Mazzulla's what he did with Jaylen Brown and the Pips is more impressive than anything. Also, the same reason I think that Jaylen Brown should have been the MVP and not Shea. That what the Celtics did this year, by any stretch of the imagination, as far as I'm concerned, is a miracle.
I think Jaylen Brown should have definitely been first team.
I think that he should have been everything first. I don't think that there's a player in the NBA, until proven otherwise, that I have seen do more with less.
Yeah.
He did it with nothing. Everybody else you look at and you either say that guy's got an all-star or a Hall of Famer. Jaylen Brown has guys whose name you don't know.
Shout out to Jaylen Brown. I don't want to step on Mazzulla because one thing Mazzulla is himself. And and apparently he is. You ever hear the story about like when people grow up in a household, kind of like Tremaine? People grow up in a household and they get out in public and they be cussing everybody out. But then when you get to their household be cussing everybody out. That's the kind of household Joe Mazzulla from. Like his brother is like that. Like they be the physical basketball games with no fouls, the dry, no frills, no laughter, no nothing, serial killer esque type thing. His brother has that too.
I
But he
just
stays true to
love.
himself and he stayed true to his strategy of sticking to the 3-point shot. It got you all the way to the playoffs with a star, a sixth man, and a bunch of people we don't know.
So there's two things important there from this to me. Number one, y'all know once again I like the crazies. Joe Mazzulla is a grade A crazy, and he's already spoken about how much he hates the Coach of the Year award. So I'm waiting with bated breath to hear what he has to say. Also, Reggie brings up a fantastic point that we will surely talk about here momentarily of sticking with your guns and following the numbers, the analytics. And that's what got them to a championship. That's the guns that they used. They danced with the girls that got them there, and it worked until it didn't. We'll talk about somebody else who stuck with the analytics too. But before we get there, we are going to go here and talk about All NBA. First team All NBA, SGA, Joker, Wemby, Luka, Cade. Second,
Did they get it right?
No. I'm probably swapping Luka and Jaylen Brown.
My bad. Go through the rest of them and then I'll ask you. Let's go through the now. Then
second team, Jaylen Brown, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell. Third team, Tyrese Maxey, Jamal Murray, Jalen Johnson, ATL in here, Jalen Duren, and Chet Holmgren. So back to what I was saying before. I think that Luka is probably second team. Luka's season was not more impressive than Jaylen Brown. Cade Cunningham.
Go ahead.
Cade Cunningham and what he did, they're number one team in the East. And it's just him and Jalen Duren. So, yes, Wemby, Defensive Player of the Year, shoe-in. SGA, I think, should have been MVP runner-up. Of course, he's first team, and then Joker. Yes, I'm cool with everything. I think Luka and Jaylen Brown should be swapped.
I think Luka, I jumped out there and said Luka didn't deserve it. But, I mean, he had, like, MVP numbers. Except for he got hurt when it mattered. He got hurt. He only played, 64 games?
Played 64 games, and a lot of their success was on the backs of LeBron James and Austin Reeves in the times where he wasn't there. Jaylen Brown ain't have no coverage. If Jaylen Brown ain't come to work, everybody's going to lose their job.
Right. Well, let me make my point. Like, Luka, I think Luka probably go. I can see why you take him off because he only played 64 games. But a person who has a similar resume is Joker. Joker and Jaylen Brown basically carry. I mean, Joker does it every year. He carries his team. So if you're going to keep Joker there, I don't think there's a reason why you shouldn't put Jaylen Brown as first team. I mean, shout out to Luka. He did play great, but I think Jaylen deserves to be first team All NBA over him. You're not going to take the Defensive Player of the Year out. You're not going to take the MVP out, and you're not going to take the team that was literally the worst team in the league 2 years ago. And now he's the best player on the team in Cade Cunningham, who was in the MVP race as well. So, Luka has to be the one to go.
My only counter to Luka versus Joker is Joker also has another All NBA player. He has Jamal Murray, who's third team. So you got at least two.
So does Luka. Oh, you mean right now?
Yes.
I thought you meant like not LeBron. LeBron averaged more points than Murray, didn't he? 28-7-7 is what he's still doing. 28-7-8.
I mean, I ain't got no smoke. I ain't got no smoke for LeBron, bro.
He's quieted a lot of people. Like when you go back and look at like 28-7, like that, he's still
hey, man. I'm that age. I'm that fucking age. Let me tell you what I could not do. Go out and be dominant. I couldn't be dominant. I couldn't be dominant in LA Fitness, and he dominated the NBA. Oh no! And
I'd be tired. I'd be tired just watching him play with DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton makes me tired watching TV. Like I know it makes him tired on the court.
Yeah, I have to choke him every day. Hey, stop talking, bro. So we think that overall this 15, it ain't the worst 15. I of course you always got some snubs, but overall I think this is a solid list. But this is
I don't think ain't no snub.
I don't know if Jamal Murray.
Yeah,
I don't know if Jamal Murray. I will have to think.
Yeah, but I mean, who would you put in over Jamal Murray though?
Let me see.
That's a good question. Well, we here now. This we sped through everything else. We got a whole hour.
Karl Anthony Towns.
I can see that.
Or Scotty Barnes. Easily. Without a shadow of a doubt.
I don't know about. I agree with Karl Anthony Towns. I have to go back and look at Scotty Barnes.
Man, Scotty Barnes didn't play the entire position, played everything for the Raptors. He's elite on offense and defense. Well, he's good on offense. He's elite on defense. Yeah. And Karl Anthony Towns is better than Jamal Murray. Period.
Nah, I get Karl Anthony Towns definitely deserved it over Jamal Murray. I agree with that 100%.
Full stop. But of course, y'all know it's Norwood. No, they ain't. You 10th. Sit it out. Don't even have no conversation, brother. And I mean, I hate to say it, you're gonna be 10th for forever in Miami, but that's between them and Pat Riley. I tell y'all this every week. Team success is dependent on your leadership. And if your leadership is committed to a round peg in a square hole, it's gonna be real frustrating for you. But moving on here, Jalen Duren.
This is the next question.
Right. All NBA, all defense, eligible for a 5-year, $287 million contract. I want to contextualize. This man is 22 years old. There has been a lot of back and forth, even from some NBA players, that say that he doesn't deserve. I saw the Baja guys talking about that he don't deserve 240, which I think is egregious. Now,
5 years, 240. That's 40 something million.
Yes. So for me, I want y'all to understand this man is 22 years old. I also want y'all to understand that he averaged, I think, 21 and 11. He is an elite defender. He is one of the few really big bigs. I think that he's easily worth the 5 years, 240. I would pay that in Atlanta for him, honestly. Because you're gonna get this guy.
250. Shit.
No. I mean, but there's gonna be a conversation here of, I think that number one, if you're Jalen Duren, you won't set your price high and stay high. Second part about this is you're big, so you're not guaranteed to play to you 35, 36, 37 years old. So you got to get the money when you can. So if I'm his agent, I'm definitely pushing for that 240. And I mean, you do also have to pay the Thompson robot as well. And you already got Cade on a Supermax. So, you got to pay people. But I think that he's worth it. And if not, if y'all are interested in the Onyeka Okongwu, there's an ish. Y'all get Okongwu and Kuminga and Corey Kispert.
A whole bunch of people you don't want other than Okongwu. But
and Buddy Hield. What? I got some more shit to get rid of. Y'all,
I got the 3 of spades. I got the 4 of hearts. I got the Jack of club. So with Jalen Duren, man, this is one of the things I was like, bruh. I kept saying it in the group. I was like, bro, he is burning money fast in these playoffs. He was non-impactful in
Y'all gotta get
wow.
y'all gotta
OKC. Hold
give
on. OKC is up 15, 73 to 58. Your man's, I know this is gonna be a knife. Jared McCain just hit a acrobatic layup over Fox and Wemby.
Oh, I'm finna see that right now. Spinarooski. Udi Wappy bang shot. Oh my God. Yeah. Shout out to Kev and
Shout out to
Daryl Morey.
Kev.
Damn, boy. Damn it, man.
But the thing about I saying he was burning money fast, Jalen Durham was burning money fast in the playoffs because he wasn't impactful, and he got outplayed by Wendell Carter Jr. And I think if you get outplayed by Wendell Carter Jr. and then I have to pay you $287 million over 5 years,
I don't think he was ever getting a 287.
50, I think if he would have showed out in the playoffs, he was getting 287, and they were going to build around him and Chet in the Asar.
Kate.
I say Chet. I'm thinking how they built around the three in OKC. I think they were going to try to do the thing with Cade and him, but he was so bad. He was so bad during the playoffs. It has come out though that that the Pistons are like, hey, we not paying you 287.
Oh now. Yes, you will. Oh no. 287. I don't think the 287 was on the board, and I tell you all the time, there is enough money for you to be rich and leave money to keep the team around you. That's where
Brunson.
When I have these conversations with y'all, and I hope that, and I've talked to a lot of people, and they say that I help contextualize how these teams are being built. Is if you take that 287. You got to think what that's probably a role player and a half that you have to X off the books that you have to lift the team for. And as good as he is, there is just a limited amount of scoring that he can do at that size without a jump shot and a 3-pointer. So it's wise for them to find a happy medium. I think that the 240 is very reasonable on it. Yes. No. Flat.
I read it was going to be like the Karl Anthony Towns.
Yes, and let me tell you, the Karl Anthony Towns thing is working right this moment. If they don't win a championship, congratulations, you got to the finals, but there's a problem. It's just a problem that has to be solved mathematically. That's what I'm saying.
We'll get to it. I have a thought on that point you keep making. We'll get to it.
But for me, take the flat money. Take the 240. I think that's a very strong deal. You got a really good point guard already. You got a point of attack defender to make your job easy. So at least you won't. And honestly, you got 2 good point of attack defenders, so your job won't be as difficult. You're not getting, as we talk about the Cavs, where you had James and Spider, and they're both not good perimeter defenders. That puts the center in a much more difficult position, because you got to stop everything at the rim and hope that they just don't dunk or spot alley-oop you to death. So this is as advantageous for you as it is for them. Make it work. But y'all out here talking about, oh, don't pay him. He ain't worth 240. He ain't worth 200. Y'all are delusional. This kid is a 22-year-old man built like a 32-year-old man in the 90s. They don't make humans like that, enough of them. If y'all look around the NBA, also, if you're playing for a championship, chances are you're going to have to deal with Chet or Wemby or Joker. You better have somebody who can attempt to do that. Now, did you get killed by Wendell Carter? Sure, but what is Wendell Carter? A fucking adult. He's been in the NBA long enough that, yes, wisdom, experience is going to be able to. It's going to get you your first time, as long as he don't make a habit out of getting murdered, which I don't think that he will. He'll be fine. We all get killed our first time.
Shout out, update. Wemby has called the entire team over to the bench, and he is giving an impassioned French-based speech, where he is 11 points. He is minus 11 right now. He huddled everybody up as OKC is going crazy. But yeah, Duran, y'all gonna pay that man. And listen, I ain't really got much to say, much analysis. This is all Norwood. It's gonna be his thing over the summer when he talks about the draft and the salary cap and all that stuff. Y'all gonna pay him, dog. Y'all might not pay him 280, but y'all gonna pay him 270. Y'all gonna
Oh
pay him
yeah.
50. Y'all gonna pay him 54. Like
Or
y'all gonna
somebody else
pay him.
will. Or somebody else.
We
Hey.
fuck everybody else. We will pay
Oh,
him tomorrow.
Okongwu, Londale, Buddy Hill, Risa Shea, Kaminga. What y'all want? Potentially their 23rd pick. What you need? What you need?
I'm your pusher, man. Shout out
Right. Because I'm gonna tell
whatever
you,
you need, dog.
but you wouldn't do that to Atlanta because we look like we look like that defense would be too much for the world.
They talking about trying to add Kawhi to that. I don't know how that works. You'd have to get Duran to take a Jalen Brunson deal.
Oh no, I'm good at math. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Speaking of ain't no way the Cavs gonna play no more. They got swept by the Knicks. They lost 130-93. Knicks came in with a broom, and we all got silence.
A broom. They came in with a leaf blower. They got them the fuck out of there. They got the whole Eastern Conference the fuck out of there.
Not everybody. It's one team that got 2 wins.
Hey, y'all better put some respect on the Hawks' name. Now, I'm gonna ask y'all this because we've asked it in the group, and I'm gonna ask y'all this now. And I know you guys, there for those that are in here listening, I know we don't have much to say now, but we're gonna ask y'all this. Put it in the chat. The fact that the Knicks beat the Hawks by 51 points in Game 6. 51. It was over. It was at one point 75-22. At one point they were up 61 points. And it was like, oh, the Hawks, the wins don't matter. Blase, blase, blah. Now, all of a sudden, the Knicks have won and destroyed everybody else. They have had
Sixers.
one.
You can't tell me anything you remember from that Sixers series.
They have had one single digit win. Everything else has been by double digits or more. I think they've won by an average in closeout games of like 40 points, maybe 25 if you take away the Hawks one. Does your view of the Hawks change now that you see how crazy the Knicks are? The most complete team I've seen in the playoffs this year. They are amazing. Not even gonna lie to you. No shade, no hate. They got it. The Knicks got it, bro.
The way that they beat the hell out of the Cavs, I said, man, they could win a championship. And I told y'all all season, I didn't think that was possible. But the way they packed them motherfuckers up, I'm talking about out of here. And I'm saying, like, this is what I have to say about the Atlanta Hawks is, did we get our ass beat? Yes.
Absolutely.
Did we get stomped out in that last game? Yes. Could you look at that game and say we quit? Yes. Dyson Daniels kind of said, we getting our ass whipped. I'm ready to go home.
We getting our ass kicked. I'm about to fight.
But I'd rather quit after having 2 wins. Sixers quit. They never even showed up. And the Cavs.
Yeah, they did. They played game 2. I ain't gonna let you do that to Cavs.
They played 1 game. And the Cavs played 3/4 of a game and then never showed up again. And this is the other part. Both of these teams are extremely expensive. Cavs are the most expensive team in the NBA. You can't quit in a Maserati. Ain't no way. I mean, you can't because they did.
They put regular gas in it.
What put the 87 there? That's the engine ticking. Why the engine ticking like that?
You thought you was in a Maserati. You thought you was in a Bentley till the Knicks showed up.
But
I tell you, bro.
I give my Atlanta Hawks a lot of credit because they weren't scared until they were. Sometimes youth and foolish and being foolhardy will do you a good. I think that It makes me more proud of the Atlanta Hawks. And like I told y'all, hey man, was it a bad game? Yes, but overall, it was a successful season. And looking now at how the rest of the playoffs it was a very successful season, by the way, by, by my estimation. Because
Yeah.
I mean, the other teams played longer, but they didn't. It wasn't impressive. You just waited longer to get stomped out.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna take this away from the Knicks, man. The Knicks have won. They won 11. Is it 11 or 12? 4, 8, 11. 11 wins in a row, and it hasn't been close. OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson. I still don't like the way that you play because you flop and he's he's way too good to flop the way he does. Carl Anthony Towns has accepted his role. Shout out to him.
And
Mike Brown,
he's passing at an
boy,
elite level.
boy, and I'm gonna tell y'all, Isaiah Hartenstein should send Carl Anthony Towns a fruit basket because a lot of teams gonna value that passing from the big now. This is a copycat league. But Mike Brown, this is the vindication that he's needed. Hey, and also, I'm gonna do it. I know y'all don't want to. Leon Rose told y'all. 12-point game. Leon Rose told y'all. Have faith. Have a little faith in me. It has gotten them to the finals. I think this is a fantastic move for them. I'm happy for all my friends from New York. The Knicks are dominating. They look like the most complete team in the league right now.
Yes. Congratulations. But job's not done here. And I will give you this. If they don't win a championship, then this will be a be a moral victory. That's all I got.
But I mean, I disagree. So you said before, like we've had discussions where like, hey, after this season, y'all gonna have to figure it out. Again, this is one of the only teams other than like OKC that has been together for like 3 to 4 years, right? The Knicks have been together for 3 to 4. That is the iteration of teams in today's age. You are not going to be together more than 4 years unless you have like a really good GM. So you got like OKC, maybe the Hawks. But this is the iteration of their team. They fired Tom Thibodeau because they were supposed to make the finals last year. If they don't win a championship this year, I think it's still a success. You're right. It's a moral victory because, I mean, no victories. Another 3. 9-point game. You better call time.
It's tricky because
the fact that they've made it there, they've made it further every year.
Correct.
That's all you can ask for.
Well, yes, correct. But and you're right. The thing is will the fans be okay? Very similar to the same question. Okay.
Fans are stupid.
Okay. And will the organization be okay when potentially next year or the next few years you're going to have to do a level set because the East, you did it and you got what you kind of expected. You have the 2 most expensive teams in the Eastern Conference Finals. You spend a bunch of money, you put yourself in a position to go to the finals. Now, at the end of the season, you're going to have to get under that first apron or you're going to give up draft picks. And these are both 2 teams who I don't even know if they can because I don't think that Cleveland has them to freeze.
Yeah, bro, I get it. I feel you. This ain't nothing but turning the page. The first chapter, the chapter's over with, brother. They made it to the finals. Now you're in a whole new chapter. This is a whole new chapter after this year. But to me, I think that you're fast forwarding to the next chapter. Because there's a whole new set of rules, new collective bargaining agreement, all of that stuff. To me, Leon Rose is a success, and I'm not saying you're wrong, or I'm not trying to debate. I'm just saying, like, I think that this is a success for them because of the end of this chapter.
Right.
You have made it to this point. You were supposed to make it to the finals when you traded for Cat 3 years ago, right? You have made it to. You have now accomplished making it to the finals,
and you put yourself in position. You never know what happens between injuries and everything else. You got
You're
a puncher's
there.
chance here, and you're
That's all.
playing great. You got 11 wins in a row. You've strung it together. It's
At
just
the right time.
right. You
And it's
just
at that
your
point now
chips are all.
with
You're legitimately high stakes poker all in.
but once this season is over with, look, Leon Rose, they gonna come right back to you, bro, because now the slate is clean. It's a new chapter. You gonna have to figure out how to navigate this. You have to fix the team. I ain't gonna say fix. You're gonna have to maintain because he made it to the finals. You can't fix. You're gonna maintain that with the new collective bargaining agreement and the new CBA. Like you're gonna have to figure out all of those things, and that will come. That will come literally the day after y'all win or lose. But
Right.
after that, but while you're here, hey man, flowers to y'all. And I
Respect.
don't like y'all.
You're right
I
about
ain't
that.
gonna lie
You're
to
right.
y'all. I don't like y'all. I don't like y'all. I don't
I
like y'all.
like I
I don't like
like the Knicks
I don't
as a
like Jalen
team.
Brunson. Fuck him.
I
I
like
don't
the
know.
Knicks
I
as a
don't like
team.
Jalen Brunson. I don't like Jalen Brunson.
I
Y'all
just
fans is
hate
obnoxious, but I
I
respect
hate
y'all.
obnoxious Knicks fans. Minus Worthy. Worthy is a very classy Knicks fan,
I mean, I
but
respect y'all, but I mean, like, I respect you. I respect. No, I don't. I respect y'all struggle. I respect because I'm a Georgia fan. I know what it's like to go 40 something years, a long time without winning a championship. Y'all have literally struggled for this. Y'all have called yourself the Mecca for a long time, and you've been losers. So I hope that y'all win just because I want to see y'all experience the joy that I had. But man, I ain't gonna say I like you. But listen, this is the best I've seen the Knicks play ever. Jalen Brunson, if
I
he
like
wins
this
this
team.
championship, he is. I ain't gonna say I don't. As a makeup, I do like the team. I like Karl Anthony Towns, all
Yeah.
of that. I just don't like flopping. But as a team, bro, if he can win this, he's already like one of the top Knicks of all time, probably right after Patrick, right now. And he could be the greatest. I if they win a championship, I'd unveil the statue at the parade.
All forehead. Um
Yeah.
and now we get on from it was the best of times
Oh,
to
the
it
other
was the worst.
side. Boy, being over there
So
with the sweep, that's nasty. Tell me. Big three.
the first thing that you don't want your coach to say, this is before they pulled the brooms out and swept them, was they were down 0-3, and Kenny says analytically we won 2 out of 3, which I bring this
Shut your
back
ass up, boy. Go ahead.
because I try to be as reasonable and fair as possible. And I see both sides of this. As a person who believes in systems and processes and playing the percentages, you're exactly right. You play the numbers and the numbers shake out how they want to. It's literally what you do. It's the same way that I felt when the ping pong balls didn't go our way in the draft lottery this year. You just play and let the numbers do what they want to. Just like Joe Mazzulla did this year with the Boston Celtics. Even with Jason Tatum, without Jason Tatum, this is our game plan. This is what we're going to do. So you do what you do and you play it out and you believe that that's it. Sometimes you also just shut the fuck up. You don't have to say everything.
Nothing.
Even
You don't gotta say nothing.
even if you right. This was, and you were, I honestly 1000% agree with you. It's like playing blackjack. Whatever the rules are is what you do. When you divert from the strategy, you get cute and you lose. But very similar to the poker table and the blackjack table. You don't be up there talking about, well, analytically, I've won 2 out of 3. What? How many chips you got, brother? And when you have 0, you should not do any talking with the most expensive team in the NBA. This is what I've talked about. This is what I've talked about and look forward to every year. Y'all know I pick 2 or 3 things that I find that are going to be very interesting when they finally come to a resolution. I think the last one that I've had the most fun with was Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars, whether or not they were going to pay him. And they did. And it's been interesting ever since. Well, this year it was the Cavs and the Knicks. You got the 2 most expensive teams, the only 2 teams over. The Knicks are over the first apron. Cavs are over the second apron. They are over leveraged. And of course, if you're over the second apron for 2 years in a row, they freeze your draft picks, which don't matter in this case because they don't even own their draft picks. Danny Ainge owns them and their draft picks. And they start coming this year. So,
well, that could be the strategy. That could be a strategy point. Yeah.
They're not gonna let that happen.
Why? You can always precedent has to happen. For precedent to be set, it has to happen one time.
I have to do more research because, of course, this new CBA is tricky. But let me tell you one thing that Adam Silver is not going to do is let somebody be like, oh, well, we don't have draft picks. No, you'll never have another one. They will take all of them away from you forever in perpetuity. But this is the super interesting thing about the Cleveland Cavs is they traded away. What's his name at point guard? Jesus, I just
Darius Garland.
Darius Garland to the Cavs. And now you have James Harden, who has a $41 million option, which after the way that he played in the playoffs, there is not going to be a team that's going to be willing to pay him $41 million. So he's 1,000% going to pick up this option. And at $41 million, you can't even be like, I'll give you 2 years 20 or 2 years 30 because it's financially it's not going to be worth it for him. So he's probably just going to have to pick up the option. You're going to have the weirdness of you probably don't feel comfortable extending him after, unfortunately, he refuses to show up in playoff games. Then, of course, you have Evan Mobley at $50 million. And you have Spider at $50 million, and he's going to want an extension at the end of next season as well, which I think they said they could offer him $70 million a year, and he's probably going to want a no-trade clause.
Who?
Spider.
Evan Mobley. Oh, Spider.
No, Spider.
Spider. Okay, real quick. Can we circle back to Kenny first? You kind of went right there.
Yeah.
Kenny.
They got a lot of problems. They got a lot of problems.
Kenny.
A whole lot of problems.
There were a lot of things Kenny Atkinson said through this finals that were wild to me. And I had to go back to the group chat to bring up some of them. He said, I don't like to call timeouts. I like to let players figure it out, as if he's Phil Jackson. And that came after he allowed a 44-11 run to end the game. 20 of them to Jalen Brunson after you had game one in New York. You then don't make any changes. You then put a vote of confidence in James Harden, who the team literally said, Mike Brown, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart literally said in a press conference, yes, we were hunting James Harden. You know who else said that? The Atlanta Hawks said, yes, we were hunting Jalen Brunson. And you know what the Knicks did? They adjusted. They moved. They changed. You, Kenny Atkinson, decided to do the exact same thing as if there was going to be any different result. And you got absolutely smoked the rest of the series.
That also is because the New York Knicks have multiple guys. They built the team around Jalen Brunson. There is one bad defender, and then everybody else does their job. So you're right. We're going to move. We're going to hide him.
I would give you that too. I would give you that. And that was my next point. You didn't even play the defenders on your team. I understand that they gave away size with DeAndre Hunter, and he's a point of attack defender. You didn't even play Keon Ellis. Dennis Schroeder in the first game one. Dennis Schroeder was giving Jalen Brunson hell. And you took him out of the game, and you didn't play him anymore.
Well, the issue
with that really play him in the second game.
Is you take like James, once again, the same issue that the Cavs had with the Pacers is you need all of that scoring. If you take Schroeder out, what I'm saying is if you take James out, your scoring is going to go lower. And they need all the points, and they needed more points. So it was that, like, that's always been my thing with the Cavs is they're never going to score enough points. This is the reason I always say Evan Mobley needs to go to the 5 so that they can find a 4 who can score 20 points a game consistently. Because otherwise they're not going to be able to keep up with teams. And in this case, could they have done some things differently? Absolutely. Letting OG Anunoby be on the floor with that hurt leg is crazy. It's crazy. But also, I got to contextualize. Since Kenny's been with the Cavs, fourth in the East, first in the East, fourth in the East. If you fire Kenny Atkinson, what coaches, especially now that Taylor Jenkins is gone, where are the coaches that are going to be better? What options do you think? And you can confidently say, I think, hey, man, it's better than what I got right now.
Man, I don't care. You said a lot of things right there.
First off,
James Harden was, I don't know what you were watching. You said if you take him off the court, he doesn't give you, you lose the offense. He had 12 points the last game. 12.
And how many assists?
You could lose 12 points. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like James was, you talking as if James was still a 20-8-5 guy. That ain't him. He wasn't that. He wasn't close. James should have been on the bench for defensive purposes, period. There's no reason to, or you should have adjusted the coverage to just go out there and say, I believe in James Harden, and then get him torched for 3 games. He made all the adjustments in game 4. It didn't matter. Who cares at that point? It don't matter. There wasn't a lot of offense you were missing from James Harden. And James, I don't think he even scored more than 22 points in the game. Did he?
Well,
he scored more than 22 points did he?
The other part about this is that's the second swing they took at point guard and missed. They tried with Lonzo, that was a fail. They tried with James, that was a fail.
Cool. You could, that doesn't check. That is another point. My point is you could have played more defense, Kenny. You didn't go to Jared Allen. Jared Allen was cooking. They were whooping Karl Anthony Towns' ass in the first 3 quarters of game 1. And then you just went away from it. You put Evan Mobley at the wing, and you just made Evan Mobley shoot threes while he was dominating the paint with Jared Allen. What are y'all talking about? Kenny, analytically, we won. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about?
Now the other part,
it's cool with all this other shit y'all talking. I ain't trying to. I'm my bad. I'm cussing and I'm loud. I'm gonna have a drink, but I'm cool with all that other shit. I'm still on Kenny Atkinson. You fucked this up so bad. You may have lost the series to get swept, and I do think Donovan Mitchell did get hurt in game 1.
The other part is
game 2. But his strategy for Kenny Atkinson was so bad. We ain't worried about the offseason. I don't care who you're going to get. Whatever. I don't care. You fucked up this season. You fucked up this series. You were so bad. You talking about analytics and all of this other thing. You were so bad coaching-wise. You allowed a 44-11 run. You put Mobley at the wing. You didn't play the defensive. The people that you traded for to sub for DeAndre Hunter because you wanted to get under the cap was Keon Ellis, who is known for his defense, Dennis Schroeder, who's known for being a pest. And you didn't play. You didn't do none of that. Max Strus was your leading rebounder in the last series. You didn't do anything. You didn't make anything. That was so bad. I understand that I don't know who you're going to get. I don't know. But we had to have a sit down. Come to Jesus. Come to whoever. Come to whoever. But we're going to have to sit down. Because this was unacceptable, Kenny. The motherfucker said, I don't like to call timeout. He said, I don't like to call timeout. He said, we won analytically. He said all the loser shit. Wait. You said when you're a loser. And they bringing the motherfucker back. Yeah, go ahead,
you know what he's saying? I see you next year. My thing, and I sat here, I really puzzled myself was, this is the most expensive team that you have. You're going to have to get rid of multiple guys, and then you're going to be good. You're going to be this good again? How?
Well, everybody takes pay cuts. Is what you're gonna have to do.
Who?
Hey, if y'all trying to get off some contracts, I mean Jared Allen.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Evan Mobley is not taking a pay cut because his next check will not be this. James is 37 years old. He 1000% is picking up that $41 million option. Spider
Why would you
is
not?
looking
Right, that forces the hand.
correct.
Yeah,
Spider is not taking a pay cut and looking for an extension. Now, I will say, if I'm
that's
James,
interesting for Spider though. Tell me about James, and we can talk about Spider.
if I'm James, I think that you should take a long look at this team and this financial situation and say, do I really want to be here?
If there's one person to do that, who said outwardly that I treat this like a job, it ain't no loyalty or nothing like that, I would expect James to try to go somewhere else.
I think that I don't
I
like
would.
you're running out of time too. And let's be real, they're going to have to fix this money situation.
Yeah.
If it
Dan
ain't
Gilbert
straight,
is he Dan go ahead.
if it ain't straight with what you got, then you ain't gonna be able to do it. And James, I'm a fan. Excuse me, I'm a supporter. I like his game,
No,
but
you're a fan.
you also have to get to a point where you got to win. You got to win a championship. I mean, I guess you don't have to win a championship, but it's you're gonna leave a big box unchecked if you do. If you don't, and I think that it's advantageous for you to look around the NBA and see where potentially you could go and win a chip.
Yeah, I'd hate for that to be his legacy. But
I
I mean,
mean,
you literally done everything else.
I don't
You
hate
could,
it. No, there's plenty of guys who never won a chip, and I mean, the only thing about
yeah,
him
but
is
not like James Harden though.
the
He's been so bad in the playoffs that
that's what I was about to say. Is that's the one box is just when it's the time you don't show up, you be somewhere else doing something else.
yeah, yeah, you got shout out to One Piece. But yeah, I don't
Luffy.
I don't know what happens with the Cavs. I'm
Oh, I
interested to
do.
see where Donovan. What? Oh, that's what I wanted to bring up. This was my last point. What does Donovan Mitchell do? Because Donovan has to go to a team that's able to build either around him defensively. It's kind of like Trey Young type of thing. And if you get 70 million, which I'm not saying that's the wrong thing to do, because let me tell you, if the billionaires had to choose, they gonna short you every time. But you have to look. It's almost as if you're James. You got to look at winning versus money, and also where do you fit? Like
Winning
you're gonna have.
or money. Or
Yes, I mean same thing.
correct.
Yeah, like so you're gonna have to figure out if you're eligible for 70, then yeah, you go to Brooklyn. I mean, I don't know who else is terrible. You could go to anybody else that's terrible and figure it out. Maybe New Orleans is where you go, but like you're gonna have to say, okay, they're gonna have to build a team. And if I take $70 million, that only leaves $92 million for
Or
15 people.
you can be James. And the reason I say be James
Mm.
is and not playoff James, regular season James. James Harden is the only guy who went from an elite volume scoring two guard to an elite facilitating point guard. And this has always been my knock with Spider is that all you do is score. You don't influence the game on defense. You don't really help your teammates get easier shots. That means that you need the ball and you need a lot of help on defense. Those guys are the most expensive guys in the NBA to try to put around. And that's the reason you have the most expensive team in the NBA. But I don't know what else to tell you. It's also just
You're
like I've been
trying.
telling y'all, it's the evolution. The small guard is being eradicated from the NBA. It's going to be tough to keep those guys.
I think if I'm Cleveland, you gotta rip the band-aid off. This, as you said, kicking the can down the road. You need to go ahead and I mean, and I hate to say this because I think Donovan Mitchell is special, but you're gonna have to get what you can while you can. Because if
But
this
you get
is the
nothing.
way the league is trending, you need to go ahead. You can send him to Houston and get a king's ransom back. You could get Tari
Hey,
Eason. You could get Jabari. You could get 4 or 5 people. All these teams that are mid
you,
but have a lot of assets, you could get a lot for Donovan Mitchell. And I'm not saying that Cleveland, I know y'all gonna cuss us out, Tremaine, and everybody gonna be mad that we saying this. And you'll be like, damn, you're poisoned by Norwood's thinking. But if you think about where the league is trending, your cap situation and what you're gonna have to, and you're trying to build, right? Because you gotta. I mean, Evan Mobley did sign that contract, but he ain't number 24, right? He could just be like, you know what, I don't want to be here no more either.
and
Like,
that's an overpay. Now it may not be in a year or two as the cap goes up, but him right now he costs too much for what he's giving you. And I'm also telling y'all can do it, but Giannis ain't the answer either. And the Bucks will end up winning that because they're not in a rush to get anywhere. So in 2 or 3 years, the Mobley contract will be okay. And if y'all trade for Giannis, who's had those 2 phantom injuries, and you got James and you got Spider, it's gonna be tight. The day of reckoning will come soon, and it will be bad. And Danny Ainge owns
yeah.
all your picks. He owns all your picks.
So I mean, it's gonna have to be some finagling, but y'all are gonna have to. If it were me, and I hate to say it, because you're not gonna come off Mobley because he's 24. So you're gonna have to trade.
No, he's in the conversation of people who they I think they're strongly considering. I'm not against trading Mobley because he's an overpay. If I can get off a bad contract, restart me.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. If you know that, then everybody else know that. So who you gonna trade him to?
Oh, there
Sacramento?
are. No, no,
Demarcus
no, 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 no,
Sabonis?
no, 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 no. They're going to be team like Brooklyn. Brooklyn is in a prime. You give me Evan Mobley, I'll give you what pick do they have?
Mm, bottom of the.
No, 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 no,
They're
no.
no,
The
they're like what,
Nets. The
5?
Nets. NBA draft order. Yeah.
6, 7. What
6.
we get? 8. Yeah, they're 6.
Would you take 6? Maybe Agor for Evan Mobley? Or maybe 2 picks? 2 picks, probably 2 picks. 2 picks and a person.
I would probably for Evan Mobley
Yes.
salary matching. You'd probably have to give me 2 players and 2 picks.
There's no need to salary match. They not nowhere near. The Cavs are offloading money, and the Nets have plenty of space. We ain't got to match salary.
I would want 2 picks, but I would want. I mean, if you do that, you're still trying not to reset. So I'm gonna have to draft a 4. I would have Igor at the 1. So you wouldn't bring back James. Then I could. I mean, yeah, because then I could sign somebody else.
But what I'm saying is, even at the 4, you don't have to draft a 4. You could once Mobley's $50 million is out of there. I mean, you call any number of the power forwards.
Yeah, I mean, I would try to get 2 picks in a player.
And Brooklyn, you would take that, right? Michael Porter Jr., Evan Mobley.
Yeah, I mean, but who you going?
I mean, they're looking to build a team like, all right, 2 or 3 years from now. But this is what teams at the bottom are going to do now. That's what the Atlanta Hawks did with Kristaps Porzingis. Hey, as soon as you guys are over leveraged and you can't pay that guy, well, what you want? I'll take him because you can't pay him. And potentially right now, this conversation is an overpay for you right now. You're a GM trying to manage your job. So, yeah, if I can get out of a bad contract and maybe be able to keep everybody else. I mean, John Collins ain't Evan Mobley, but
and that's where I was going. I was like, yeah, I would take that trade because you could probably sign like a John Collins. You have
the $20 to $25 million guy.
You could add to your bench is what they really need to do. But yeah, but anyway, shout out to you, Kenny. You suck. Shout out to
And
the
James
Knicks.
is picking up the option.
Yep. Shout out to the Knicks, man. They're playing well. Eastern
Playing
Conference
great.
Finals.
I ain't gonna say well. I have been very
Fantastic. This is the best I've seen in a
I've
long
been
time.
hard on the Knicks. There was a point after All-Star where the Knicks play like shit, and we called it out. So if I can call out when you play like shit, I'm going to have to give you credit when you're on an 11-game heater. Now, the other part is, and I don't like to say this out loud, but you know how I feel about buckets and wins. Don't use them all up too early. And 11 games in a row, I don't know. You got to get to 15. Now, the good thing is, this Western Conference Finals, as y'all see on the screen here, this is the finals right here. This is the dog fight.
I
And
disagree with that too. Well, yeah, it is a dogfight.
These two teams are equally yoked. They gonna give it everything they got, and this may go 7. Also, shout out to Kyrie. She picked the Spurs too. I was talking a little pre-production.
Right now, the OKC Thunder are up 105-93. 9 minutes left in the fourth. They have held Victor Wembanyama in check. What I'm going to say I disagree with you with is I do think this is a really good Western Conference Finals. This has been the best. Victor Wembanyama, this has been a series of a young team that won a championship and a young team that's trying to get there. You can see where the Spurs are young, and you can see where OKC is a veteran team. What I disagree with you with is the Knicks ain't going to beat either one. I think the Knicks are hot as fist grease right now. I don't think in terms of matchup, I think the Knicks match up very, very well with San Antonio. I think San Antonio is the starting five is tough for San Antonio. But Cat and Mitchell Robinson is going to should dominate Luke Cornett. He should dominate Luke Cornett, and he should give Victor Wembanyama issues. And also putting Karl Anthony Towns at the top of the key brings Victor Wembanyama out of the paint.
Luke Cornett is a champion, and he is the same exact size as Mitchell Robinson. Now, y'all know it. It's always fuck Luke Cornett, even now and forevermore. But with that said, it's a large human, and they about there. That I think that Mitchell Robinson is better than Luke Cornett, but Luke Cornett is a very wise adult basketball player. I will give him that.
I don't think he's not. I think in that matchup, Mitchell Robinson should win that matchup. The thing is, the Knicks also beat the Spurs at full health by 40. It's not a coincidence that happened. I think that
7-1.
Yeah, cool. Mitchell Robinson is more as physical as Luke is. Mitchell Robinson is a problem. But my point is, I think the Knicks have a better chance versus the Spurs than they do against OKC. If they play OKC, I don't see that. I don't see where y'all can beat OKC.
I also see both teams.
I'm not gonna say y'all won't, but
I see both.
I think
both
have a
Western
better chance
Conference
against San Antonio.
Both Western Conference teams have benches, and that's where you kind of run into the issue.
It gets funky. It's where it gets funky.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you might have to go Tibbs then because you have to play your 5 best against. Yeah, because the Alvarados of the world, even the Deuces, they ain't Caruso. They ain't.
That's fine. We listen. At that point, we in the finals, big dog. We could play 5 people for 100 minutes. I don't care. As long as you win, it don't matter.
You're right.
You ain't got to sub nobody. Brunson, get ready.
But Jalen Williams, AJ Mitchell, Caruso, that bench depth that the OKC has.
I don't think they can beat them. It's only San Antonio I think they can beat.
But even San Antonio, Luke, Devin, What's the other? Keldon. Like that. There's no shortage of guys on either team's bench. That's
Mm,
really that's
it's Luke,
really the,
Keldon, and Carter Bryant off the bench. That's the three.
Champagne.
Champagne starts.
Hold on, let's look. San Antonio depth chart. Dylan Harper. That's it. Dylan Harper, Keldon
Dylan
Johnson,
Harper, Dylan
Carter.
Harper, Dylan Harper, Dylan Harper.
Yeah, like they got a poor man starting five as backups. Luke Cornett, Harrison Barnes, Carter Bryant, Keldon Johnson, Dylan Harper. Knicks ain't got that. They can really run fives.
You're not gonna do that. I
No,
think the
but
Knicks in a 7-game series, I think they could beat the Spurs. I ain't gonna say it'd be easy. I ain't gonna say it would be not go 7, but I think they have a better shot beating the Spurs than they do beating the Thunder. I think the Thunder, because the Thunder play 3 bigs consistently, I think the Thunder would just be they're overmatched. They play bigs. They're balanced. And now that they're playing Isaiah Joe and Wiggins and the other dude, what was it?
Yeah.
The dude that just hit a three, the light skinned dude. While Jalen Williams hurt. Like if they make it to the finals and Jalen Williams doesn't
Casey
play,
Wallace.
it's man, look, man, it'd be a slaughter. I think if it'd be 4-2.
But the thing is, they do get and now OKC and the Spurs, they got their rest on the front end. Knicks gonna have it on the back end.
Yeah. Healthy. And that's what they need for OG.
Now that part is OG Anunoby getting this time to rest is extremely valuable. Now, Cleveland Cavaliers not trying to break OG Anunoby was one of the most I for the life of me,
Egregious.
I can't understand.
Egregious.
My
man was out there with a what they call it? With the tape, the extra tape, the hamstring.
Oh, the artificial hamstring that the dude with lacrosse played with. That's he was out there. He was
with 17 tape, bro. And they was like, nope, we not going to Evan Mobley in the paint. Mobley, you stand out there. I was like, well, okay. Kenny.
I think, but that's also a player, dog. You have to be offended. You have to get to a point where you have to say, hey, man, I'm not doing this shit. And you would have thought that once they got down by, hey, sometimes you got to tell your coach you go to hell too now.
Boy, fuck you. I don't understand why they ain't say that a long time ago. Bro,
we are getting embarrassed. What we not, I'll never forget, we was playing football my senior year, and one of my coaches called a reverse at halftime. That boy Phil said, hell no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. And this is in high school. Man, these balls get back. What I tell you is one of the funniest moments of my life because Phil said that, and he was going to be the guy running the reverse. Hell no.
Get me killed.
But sometimes you got to be like, Phil looked at Coach Shelton like, boy, have you lost your damn mind? We're trying to win this football game. But yeah, stand up for yourself. But I do appreciate the brooms. I do appreciate the silence. Thank you.
Shots.
I like peace. We are preparing for the draft.
If the Knicks win, though, you won't.
I know. No. I immediately need the Knicks to lose. And once again, it's not even the Knicks fans that I know. Most of the Knicks fans I know, shout out to Rich Parker, they're not terrible Knicks fans. It's just them people who are at Madison Square Garden jumping on the sub. Yeah, like
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, y'all are egregious and obnoxious. But outside of that, this has been a fantastic pod. Y'all continue to watch this Western Conference duel. We will be back next Monday. Thank y'all for rocking with us on this Tuesday. Did we miss anything?
Hell no, I'm watching this game.
Number one, more black baseball. Also, shout out to Drake Baldwin, number 2 catcher in the MLB. Go Bravos. Number 2, shout out to Kevin the back. What up, though?
Kevin the Bird.
Number 3, The historically black college university you went to, your uncle went to, your auntie, the person to laugh, kiki in the back of church, send some money to the historically black college university and go vote. We have to vote. Every time there is a vote, is an election, you need to go. It is important for your life. Number two, the
Get
historically
there.
black the historically black college university in your neighborhood, the one you go for homecoming, step shows, vibes, be around your people, to do the boots on the ground dance, whatever it may be. Send some money over there. And then finally, the greatest learning institution in all the world, the Hampton University. We only ask for $18.68 on behalf of the year that the university was founded. Outside of that, adios, mi amigos. God is love. Go Braves. Until we see y'all again, y'all be safe. We out this thing.
Peace.